7 people are pointing.
Hey!
This is my greatest nemesis and my biggest fan. We're gonna come back to that in a second. But first, we're attempting to make this year's longest non-live stream, non-live recorded music video on YouTube. And if that doesn't make any sense to you and you need a little context, that's okay. You can go back and watch the first 2 episodes of this series. But suffice it to say, we spent the last year of our lives making an incredibly involved, incredibly elaborate, super fun, and actually genuinely long music video for an amazing band called We Are One for their song Spitfire. And so far, it's turned out pretty cool. But I need to confess something. I need to get something off my chest. Come here. A little closer. A little closer. We're nothing special. If you spend any amount of time on YouTube, you're probably used to people telling you about how they did the world's biggest or the world's giantest and the longest and they're the world's best and maybe they are, but we're just trying to do big things in a small town, okay? And the way we do that is through incredible people and incredibly hard work. So if that interests you, stick around. And this one's gonna be a fun one because we're about to shoot the line dance for a music video in a gravel pit. Yeah! But first, cute clip of my kids. Ah! Did I get you? Should we scare Mama? Yeah. Well, I don't know. If you scare a pregnant woman, the baby might just drop. I'll tell you when. Ready? I saw you trying to escape. I saw you. Transition. We are on our way to check out a potential location for, not even potential, this is like we're pinning all of our hopes and dreams on this. We've just never been there. So we need this to work. Okay, we made it to the gravel pit. It is in the absolute middle of nowhere. Look at how tiny he is. Let me just take you on a quick tour. I brought the dirt bike because I'm not gonna miss out on riding a dirt bike in a gravel pit. Yes, my dirt bike is electric. For those of you who have a problem with that, I'll see if I can find some sound effects. Is that better? Yeah, you're right. But isn't this place amazing? Can you guys tell how beautiful this is? Should we let Ethan ride the dirt bike, or should we let him think that he's not going to get to ride it? Because he's going to be a sad boy if he doesn't. What do you think we should do? What? I think we can confidently say that we like this place and that there's multiple dead birds here, which is added value. So now that we're confident that the location's gonna work, we have to like figure out the logistics. Right when we were about to leave, I had an idea for a really cool drone shot. I'm not gonna call it drone anymore. I'm only calling it the Nemesis. I had a really cool idea for a Nemesis shot. So this is me describing that really cool Nemesis shot to the team, but we'll come back to that. First, let's get back to the office. See this on my nose? My 1.5-year-old son. Last night, I set him on my lap, and he takes the cup that he was playing with, and he just bashed me in the face as hard as he could. Like I went into that like, oh, like everything wants to start watering. Is there an APS? Is there like an adult protective services? Okay, so we got our plan together. We had to buy some more things to make sure our bases were covered. I'm gonna show you that in a little bit. I'm actually so excited about that. And then we rallied the troops. Thought maybe some people would come through the door. Nope. We ended up with like 25 or so dancers, some incredible people we know, and it was finally the big day. It was time to shoot. Okay, we're back. We have beautiful weather that sucks. Let me explain. See that big, bright, glowing orb in the sky? We need that behind us. We're looking for more of sort of, probably like this. You see that? That's what we want. What we're getting is this. See Yeah, that's more ugly. This is also what's wrong with all of your Facebook photos, Brenda. But luckily, we weren't blindsided by the position of the sun. We knew that the light we wanted was gonna come around 6 p.m. because of this cool app I have on my phone where it shows me where the sun's gonna be. So while we're waiting on the sun, this is the time of day where we start shooting the less important things. This is not yet time for big nemesis shot. While we're waiting for the sun, let me show you the coolest new thing we bought. Guys, we got a bathroom for out here.
It's so hot in there though.
I gotta show you this.
We should.
Pop-up pod. Okay, so basically, you sit on this thing, you take this, and you can, yeah, and then you pull this. That part's important. Remember that. Okay, it's so hot in there. That's pretty dope. Toilet is very cool, obviously, but I promise I am showing it to you for a reason you'll see in just a second. All right, it's time. How would you feel about a super fun dance montage? Okay, this one's for you, Brenda. I understand we haven't showed you the entire dance. That's the point. I want you to see the entire dance when you go see the entire music video. So now would be a great time to go subscribe to the We Are One Band channel, because when this music video comes out and you get to see the whole dance, we are gonna blow this thing up. This is not a drill, okay? You're gonna help us do this. TikTok, Reels, YouTube Shorts, all of it. We are gonna make this the next dance craze. We were having lots of fun and everything was looking great. But still one thing eluded us. No, it wasn't the nemesis shot. It's not time for that yet because we gotta wait for the light. One thing that everything and everyone sits on. I need you to go grab Jordan, and I need you guys to go empty the toilet in the woods. Can you and Norman go empty the toilet?
They'd be like...
So while they began their side quest, we got everyone else well fed to make sure they were all ready for that final push when the light was just right.
The front had toilet water on it.
I'll spare you from this one. Suffice it to say, it was filled with the liquid waste of some severely dehydrated people.
Yikes.
We love you. Hey!
This is the pump. What's that thing that says pull? Wait, did you drain the top yet?
No.
And then you pull this.
That flushes it. Who didn't flush the toilet?
You should have done that before you carried it without flushing.
Because I thought most people would flush the toilet.
I don't even know if you find this funny, but for whatever reason, there's also a clip at the very end you'll see of these two jokers out in the woods. This was the funniest thing I've seen in a very long time. Like, this actually made me like lol. So at this point, while those guys are finishing that off, the sun is finally getting into its rightful place. So we finished dinner and it was now time to get the last shots before the Pause. If you're confused about what we're doing here, playing the song at 150%, we're shooting at 36 frames per second. So when we slow 36 frames per second down to 24, everything will be right. It looks like you're in slow motion, but everything's at the right time. It's like everything lands on the right beats, but everything feels like no gravity. Doesn't have to make sense, okay? It works. It's like chloroform.
That's the best time I've ever done it. I thought it was easier. I thought I did better doing it the fast way than the slow way.
Amen.
Great. I'm tired.
All right, it is now time to execute the plan I not only developed, but clearly communicated to everyone on my team.
What's going on now? How are you doing? I actually have no idea because I wasn't told the plan, so.
Excuse me? Excuse me? So this is probably a good time to introduce to you the man who's going to have to deal with that sassiness every day for the rest of his life. This is Ethan. Ethan! Not only is Ethan Miranda's brand new husband, but he's the guy who makes things happen with the camera for us. He's our cinematographer, he's our gear guy, he's the guy who fixes things. He's not only the guy who helps me develop and come up with the ideas for the shot, and he's the one who helps me execute those shots, but then he's the one who takes this shot and makes it look like this shot. I just really appreciate not only the work he does, because he does excellent work, but he's incredibly loyal. Him and Miranda both are just people who have stuck by me for a long time through a lot of projects. So, you know the drill. Spam the comments. We love you, Ethan. Transition. Okay, so this is the part of the day it seems we always get to. The part where we've waited hours and hours and planned to finally get to this moment, and still, somehow, we feel unprepared. Every time we shoot outside, we end up racing the sun, and I'm not sure if you're familiar with the speed of light, but he's pretty fast.
We have almost no daylight left. Cutting it close.
These people are not listening.
I don't know what's being said, but people are pointing.
This definitely feels uncomfortable.
Try to get this thing prepped and ready.
But on camera, it looks really off-centered.
And our follow focus broke today, so I don't have any way of focusing.
Isn't that an awful, awful sound? Do you understand now why it's my nemesis? So at this point, everything is ready to go. Everyone's in place. This is the light. You know, the light we are waiting for? This is the light. We've got all the band guys, myself included, up at the top of the ridge, waiting for the call to action.
I am center and I'm lined up.
Ready to roll the shot, and then the batteries died on the drone. Because I'm convinced all technology is like that one flaky friend that you're never quite sure is gonna show up, even though they're the one that's always so confident, like, yeah, for sure, I'm gonna be there, but you're just never quite sure if you can trust them because you've had so many experiences where they said that and then they didn't show. Yeah. Now, some could argue that technology often isn't the problem. It's often operator error. Some could argue that even on that day, it wasn't the Nemesis drone's fault. To argue it was actually Ethan's fault. He got a little trigger happy and got it up in the air quicker than we probably needed. And in the moment, that can be frustrating because I was looking forward to getting that shot and we didn't get that shot. We got a different shot. But I think the older I get, the more I realize that it's pretty easy to do without that shot. It's pretty hard to do that shot without Ethan and people like him. Technology, even at its best, still doesn't solve the problem. And in the grand scheme, technology is pretty easy to replace. People are not. Okay. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Thank you so much for everything you guys gave today. I know this was miserable. You guys had great attitudes. You did very, very well, and you powered through, so I appreciate that. I know you guys don't get to see the footage, and I know you just have to do your thing, and you don't get to see what we're seeing on the screen, but I promise you, you all did well, and it actually looked really cool. This is a wrap. Thank you guys so much. Love you all. Thanks for being here, guys. Take it easy.
Thank you.
That's a wrap. Thanks for sticking around. I actually planned to end it there, but then something hit me in the feels. I know I already ended this video, but I want you guys to see this. All right, it's 9:43 at night. These people have been dancing since, what, 1 p.m.?
Yes.
In the blistering, awful heat. It's been like, it was brutal.
Yeah,
and here they are, helping us finish wrapping up, making sure everything is in the vans. It's a massive, massive endeavor. These are people all doing this just because they love what we're doing and love the idea that people watching the content that we're making might be affected. So that's enough for them to still be here at 9:45 on a Monday night, Just try. You can make cool stuff. Just find some people that want to help you. Get them some free food. Take a crack at it. It'll suck the first few times and just keep going. And eventually you'll probably have a group of people around you who should be at home sleeping, but instead they love what's going on, and so they're helping make it happen. Brandon, Ethan, you guys did great today. Good job.
Didn't hear you.
Not saying it again.
Thanks, I heard
They heard it. That was enough.
We're the
Take
audience.
it.
Now it's actually over. Thanks for sticking around this long if you're watching this. We love you guys. Take it easy.
Definitely toilet paper, so
Well, chicks use toilet paper when they pee.
since when?
Forever.
No.
Yes.
You're not gonna get me on that one.